Hey guys, back again with another video. Today is just a short one. I'm gonna give you guys my first impression of the new Dragon Age, the Veilguard, new game that just came out today. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna talk about graphics because that's probably one of the first things that you guys will see in the game. In terms of like visual and performance, the game is actually pretty good. Definitely one of the best Frostbite games in terms of visuals and performance in my opinion in recent years. I was playing on my PC with 40 super, all settings maxed out on ultra settings, using DLSS quality, and I was getting more than 120 frames per second almost all the time. Even without upscaling, running natively at 1440p, I can still get 80 to 90 frames per second consistently, which is pretty good considering I was not using frame generation for that. But this is helped by the game concept in my opinion, which is quite linear and level based. So if you play previous Dragon Age games before, you probably know how the structures of the game, in my opinion, that kind of help the developers maximize resource so it can run pretty smoothly, even though in mid-tier PC or even low-tier PC as well. Okay, so another thing that I like is most of the options in graphics settings do not require restarting the game to be changed, which is pretty good. There's some like one or two options that requires you to restart the games, but most of them is just like you can change it whenever you want. It'll change it like real time. You can also see it like behind the UI. Whenever you change one of the settings, you can see the changes happening real time behind the UI, so that's pretty cool. Also there's like gameplay settings such as difficulty. You do not need to like reload saves or anything, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so one of the things that I don't like from the game is the art style of the game that they were going for, especially for the characters and everything. It looks kind of cartoony in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, the character models actually really good. It's you can really tell like a pretty good artist made that, but the art style that they were going for is I don't think it's kind of matches up with the theme of the game. It's kind of like cartoony. It feels like I was playing Kenna. If you guys ever see that game before, like the Kenna the Bridge of Spirits, this is pretty much what it looks like, the whole like characters. So I don't like that. The dialogue and mood of the game are very lacking in my opinion so far, considering the setting and premise of the game, which is like in the medieval kind of like end of the world settings. The lack of grim or seriousness in the game, it feels like I was playing Fable or Tiny Tina Wonderlands. If you guys ever played that game, this is how it feels like to me. It's kind of like a Battlefield 2042 situation with all the quips that don't match the theme or setting of the game, which is a war game. In this game, it's like a medieval war, end of the world settings, and the characters just talking like the modern like friends basically. So I don't really like that. I also made my main character as stern as possible in terms of like responses in most of the dialogue, in hope of making the mood of the game more serious, because the other dialogue options seems too cheerful for me. The good thing is like the combat, in my opinion, the combat is probably the strongest elements of this game, at least for the first impression. I don't know about like long term, but so far I actually kind of like it. The puzzles feel like tacked on in my opinion. The puzzle in these games are there just to exist basically, not enough thoughts put into making these puzzles. So yeah, can take it wherever you want from it. I just don't like the puzzle in this game. Might as well just don't put it into the game. So yeah, that was my first impression on Dragon Age the Veilguard. They're putting in around 4 hours into the game so far. I'll probably make another video later after I finish the whole game, just to share my thoughts on the experience, the overall experience of the game. So if you guys are interested, definitely looking forward to that. That's all for me today. You guys can enjoy the rest of the video, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.